more from our elected representatives, who get it.
You think somebody might be listening today? Yeah. Senator's next. Senator Olsen. It's great to see you guys out here. My name is Salem Olsen. I'm a senator from Senate District 20. I live in Canby. We don't have a lot of gold mining in Canby, but I have the Malala River right behind me. And I know there's been gold found in that little stream occasionally. You guys are really familiar with this because you're out in the rain now and you probably gold mine in the rain. You're used to this weather.
Oh, yeah.
I was on vacation in January and I got a call. I was actually fishing on a big, huge lake down there called Lake Okeechobee. And I got a call, and the gentleman's name was Joe Green. And he said, I'd like to make an appointment with the senator to talk to him about placer mining. And I'm scratching my head going, what? And I said, you're talking to the senator. And he gave me the story about what you guys do and how you do it.
Yeah.
And he said, would you be interested or would you write a minority report if this bill was to pass through the committee? I sit on that committee. I'm the vice chair.
Yeah.
And the term I used was absolutely. Absolutely. There's absolutely no way that these bills should pass through my committee at all. They should be put to bed right now. You guys are the backbone of the native history of Oregon. Miners were here for a long, long time. We should not be looking at taking away miners' rights. You guys are here to put out that word that these are bad bills. They always will be bad bills, and they shouldn't go anywhere. And I'm here to make certain that if they do try to get through my committee, I will write a minority report, I will stand for it on the floor, and I will talk to your issues, because you deserve better than what these bills do.
Private property rights. Nobody's covering that.
Absolutely. He's talking about, obviously, Senate Bill 401. Is that what you're concerned about?
And the other ones.
I actually have my staff working on it's the Scenic River bill. I actually have my staff. We're going to put together a map to show everybody in our state how much water, how much land will be taken out of use because of Senate Bill 401. And it's a land grab. Let's admit it. These are all bad bills. They shouldn't move. I hope they will not move. And if they do, I will defend your rights so that you can keep your jobs. And I thank you, and God bless you all.
All right, up next is a gentleman that I'm wanting to call friend. I met him today. Representative, you're up.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I look around and I see a lot of working people here. And I see a lot of people I was just told are the bedrock of Oregon's economy. And out there trying to get a job done, trying to maintain an economy, trying to keep the family going. We had a hearing this morning on mining. We heard that some folks are paying to go to school that way. We heard that entire communities are dependent upon the wages and the income that you folks in the mining industry and all the other industries that support yours, the folks that manufacture the pans and the dredges and the sluices and on and on and on, contribute to our economy. And we're grateful to all of you. And you play a critical role in our state's economy. And those minerals and ores that you mine, yes, some of them are just pretty to look at, but a lot of them are real essential to the functioning of our economy in today's society. So I thank you for the good job that you do.
You didn't tell me who you are.
I didn't tell them who I was. Oh my! Politicians, the mouth opens before they figure out what they're going to say. I'm State Representative Brad Witt from House District 31, which is Columbia County and Northern Washington County. don't mine we mine a lot of gravel and that sort of thing. We probably don't have a lot of precious metals out where we live, but we appreciate working Oregonians wherever you're from. And the more that we can start looking at each other as neighbors, it doesn't matter what part of the state we're from, what kind of job you do, we all have a critical role to play in our state's economy. Yeah. I'm also the chair of House Agriculture and Natural Resources Committee. And that means that any bill that gets through the Oregon legislature is going to be coming through our committee. And I can tell you that I am blessed with the committee that I have, because to a person, all 9 people understand what it's like to have to earn a living, making a wage, and earning their way in today's society in that committee. Now, our job and our duty as the Ag and Natural Resources Committee is not to put anybody out of business. To the contrary. We view our role as advocates for the jobs that you do. And I will tell you that the day that I can't be your advocate's the day I hang up my gavel. And as I look around and as we have hearings and we talk to the miners in this state, what we find is just like all the other stewards of our state's natural resources, the folks that do the mining care every bit as much about that creek, about that fish, about our timber, about our clean water as any environmentalist or any forester or anybody else. So as we go through our agenda, there will be some bills that pass. And those bills are going to be the ones that sustain our jobs, that sustain our communities, and that sustain our environment. And I want to tell you something about the environment. We can't afford to be the best stewards of our environment on the face of the earth if we don't have adequate incomes for our families and our communities to be able to afford to do that. And you're doing your share, and I thank you for it. The other thing that I want to make absolutely clear, our committee has no interest in putting people out of work. It ain't going to happen. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the people that are the lifeblood, that are the backbone, that are the bedrock of our state's economy continue to do the good job that they're doing. I want to thank all of you for being here today. I particularly want to thank the folks who came this morning to our committee and offered some of the finest testimony possible. There was the opportunity for a conflict to develop between big mining and small miners. And you know what? Because we're all Oregonians, we walked away from that committee saying, we're going to have both. We're going to have our cake. We're going to eat it too. There is room in this state to develop new and very large gold mines. There is room in this state for those folks who get out a pan and do little placer mining on the back creek and move less than 25 yards of gravel in any given year. There is room. We are going to make that room. We are going to continue to sustain that room. And I just want to once again thank each and every one of you for the contributions that you make to our economy and for the contributions you make in sustaining our environment. Thank you all very, very much. I look forward to the economic development that you all will be bringing to our state. Thank you.
Gold was found in his district in 1849 in Oregon, folks.
This great nation of ours is under a threat like none other I've ever seen in my lifetime. I will tell you that. I am so concerned waking up every day and seeing what we're up against. And that's why it is, like I say, inspiring to see so many of you here today joining in this fight against those who would seek to take away our republic, those who would seek to take away our rights and our way of life. Many thousands of years ago, in ancient Greece, right around the time that the idea of democracy and republic was being made up, and they were coming up with this stuff, there was a group of soldiers, Spartan soldiers. There was 300 of them. Yeah. And they were fighting against a huge horde of enemy soldiers who were going to come and take away their families and their lives and their homes and their republic and their democracy and everything they stood for and all their freedoms. But they made a stand. There was only 300 of them, and they made a stand. Yeah. And they beat back the horde, and they won, and they protected their republic. And to this day, because of those 300 people, democracy survives, and from that battle and that fight, our freedoms have endured and blossomed over time. So I tell you that story because sometimes it seems like there's so many of them, and so few of us. Come on now. And the stakes are so high because we're playing for all the marbles, playing for keeps here. And it just seems so impossible to defend what's ours, what's been given to us by God and those who came before us and defended it and fought with their own lives. But sometimes, remember those Spartans, sometimes it only takes a few hundred. Yeah. Today, that's you. Yeah! Thanks for coming up here. Let's stay together. Let's do it.
Monday, Monday!
Thank you. There's also a picture of the Travis was this back.